Hey, what are my new friends and bongbongs? Welcome back to Sibong TV. Today I want to talk about how to become a K-pop idol, how to pass K-pop audition. So I want to share some tips through 30 years of my life experience. I want to save yours time to get ready for the K-pop audition. I wish this could be a Bible for K-poopers, K-poppers who wants to be a K-pop idol or star. I want to share the tips. Number 1, my story. I've been through lots of auditions when I was young, since I was 21 maybe. Yeah, but for me I was kind of old, so I didn't expect to be a K-pop idol. Rather, I wished to be a musician. So yeah, I composed by myself. The songs, I just didn't want to be an idol. I always wanted to be a musician. But I can share some tips because I know what judges want and what agencies want, what they're looking for from you guys. Yeah, I took an audition for major 4 agencies. I passed one of them, and then I met CEO, the boss. I talked to them, but at the final stage, I was so arrogant. I got rejected. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I know how to pass the K-pop audition, and I can tell you the main points that they are looking for. And also, I took a lot of audition in big and small agencies, and I passed a few of them. Through some of the successful experience, I realized how to pass, Number 2, main key points. Let me tell you how I successfully passed K-pop audition in such a major company. At the moment, I tried to differentiate myself from others, because I was kind of old comparing to other young competitors. So I walked in the audition, and then when I saw the judge, I just didn't sing. And then I looked at the judge, and the judge was like, she looks kind of tired because she already took, her schedule was really tight. Yeah, there's a lot of kids singing, dancing, which doesn't meet the standard. If you ever walked into the audition, most of them, they're not that positive to you. They just look at you like, okay, let's start, They don't want to spend the time for you for the whole song at all. You might think they're kind of negative and that they are really not nice to you, but if you're in a judge, you'll understand how they feel. Yeah, but anyway, for me, I didn't like their attitude, they looked really tired and being negative, and like this, okay, try it, So I told him, I asked them, before I sing, are you guys mad at me or are you guys angry at something? At the moment, they were like this, and then, oh, no, we're not at all. They said, just be tired. Okay. I left, both of us left, and then I started singing. At the end, because I made a good first impression, I passed it. So through those experience, I want to tell you guys what's the main points that judges are looking for. I sum up those main key points in 3 keywords. One is first impression, second is your age, and third is proportion. Let me tell you in details. If you're really good at singing like Beyonce, you'll be selected. You can win the audition whenever you want. But majority of us are not, right? And that's not what actually judges are looking for. They're not actually looking for your singing skill and your dancing skill. But what they're actually looking for is your attitude and your talent. How can you naturally perform on a stage? The singings, they can teach, and the dancing, they can teach. But your attitude, how you naturally perform on a stage, it's not something they can teach. It's something you have to show them at the very beginning to impress them. If the judge have years of experience, they can easily recognize whether you're a good singer or good dancer. Just from the first, 2 seconds, they can recognize, but that's not actually what they're looking for. What they're looking for is the potential. You know what I mean? Potential. But the term potential that you think and what judges think are totally different. So what does potential means to you guys? For the judges, the potential means, can you guys handle those tight schedules and their trainings up to their standard? For the trainees, the schedule is really tight, but without your attitude, it's really hard to follow all those schedules, the trainings, and then to become a star. Giving them a decent, good first impression is really important. So I want you guys to think about it. Second, I don't want to mention this, but to be realistic, age is really important. The younger you are, you got more chances to pass the audition. So for example, if you're 12 and if you could sing standard level and standard dance, it doesn't have to be really nice. They don't expect this because they know you're young. They just want to see your potential. Okay, if you're 12 and 14, or someone who's younger than 15 years old, and then if they could perform a little bit, and then they have attitude to follow their schedule, like if they got a passion for it, they got the best percentage of winning the K-pop audition. But if you're over 19, almost like an adult, over ages, then the chances are going down really low. It's going down. The younger you are, give it a try and take the audition. Okay, number 3 is proportion. It's about the appearance, how you look. But the lucky thing is nowadays, the Korean agencies, they don't actually care about your face. I mean, how big is your eyes, how high is your nose. That's not that important because plastic surgeries, they will work it out. But one thing that can't be changed is your proportion when you stand. Even if you're short, if you got a small head and then if you got a good body shape, then it looks much better through the camera. But if you got a big head, just before taking audition, when you dress up, think about how your proportion could be looked much better through camera or from the judge. Yeah, so think about it. It's true. Okay, and again, K-pop audition is extremely high competitive. To survive in this competition, you need to think, you need to show to the judge. Very impressive first impression. Okay, number 3, it's an interview. So before you walk into the audition, the stage, think about what judge want. You need to meet their needs, right? So think about, if you are a judge, how would they think about you? What do they really look for? If you could recognize what it is, then you can prepare things on their view. Okay, number 4, language. Personally, I don't think language isn't that important. To be honest, if you're a foreigner, even if you learn it as in your second language, you cannot lead the whole song, 3-minute to 4-minute songs by yourself. So which means you're not going to be a soloist. But most K-pop idols or stars, they are like boy bands or girl group. There's a party, right? If you sing, you will be like, you might sing a couple of phrases, or there's a lot of English lyrics in K-pop. So you could sing in English. I don't think language is a big problem. And they will train you how to speak Korean as long as you got talent and attitude. Don't worry about the language. Number 5, must take every audition. In every agency, they have period of debut a new idol team. It's like 4 years term. For example, in JYP, their first girl group was Wonder Girls, and then like 4 or 5 years later, there was a Miss A, and 4 or 5 years later, there was Twice. Right? Being a trainee doesn't mean you can actually debut, which means you have a little bit more chance than who's not, but that doesn't actually mean you can debut straight away. For example, if you are a trainee in one specific agency, and then if you couldn't debut at that moment, if you're now selected in that period, then you have to wait more than 4 or 5 years. There's a lot of trainees, they move to another agency during those time because they don't want to waste their time for 4 or 5 years more. In one agency, they don't actually debut 2 teams in the same time. They want to focus on one team financially, or they want to give you more opportunity for the group they just debuted. Because I met a few of kids saying like, I don't want to take audition in SM, because that's not my time. Or I don't want to take audition in JYP because I don't like Twice. Think why. Just take every audition to get more experience. If you're chosen by one agency, you got more chances to go to another agency. Yeah, take audition as many as you can. Give it a more try to raise up the possibility. Number 6, my recommendation. So if I were you, if I am young enough to take the audition, and if I have a will to become a K-pop idol, I normally recommend you to take singing lessons for 3 months. But 3 months is the maximum. If you couldn't complete one song within 3 months, which means you're not talented in singing. I think your vocal trainer will tell you. Because if you just practice singing or dancing at home, no one can give you advice. Yeah, if you ask that your friends are not in professional level, right? So they can't actually give you proper advice. Maybe you're wasting time. To avoid mistakes, just go to the singing lessons, whether it's K-pop or not. Find a good vocal trainer, get a proper lesson. 3 months are enough. If you're taking a lesson for like 6 months or 1 year, I don't think that's a good idea. It's just wasting money and time. Yeah. So taking a lesson for 3 months and then prepare 1 or 2 good songs, decent songs that you can sing very proudly. And then yeah, maybe dancing as well. Just take a lesson for a few months. Again, if you're taking the audition, what the judge is looking for is not that high standard of singing skill or dancing skill. They want to see how you naturally perform in front of the camera, your talents, not the skill, the natural talent, how you can be naturally singing and dancing. Even if your lack of skills, how you can naturally cover it through your facial expression or with hands. And the final tip I can give you is, even if you're singing soft ballad, just don't stand and sing, or please don't close your eyes. Do eye contact with the judges, use your hands very naturally. See, for example, na 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 na, this one, and na 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 na. The impression that you can give to judge is going to be totally different. Think about how you can make judges impressed. Maybe it's same in dancing, but I didn't dance, so I can't give you proper advice regard to that. Do you got any more questions? I hope this would be really helpful if you're taking K-pop auditions in the future, or if you're thinking about it. And then if you thought this information is valuable, please share it to your friends so we can put more ideas in it. If we could get many views with this, I'll make a part 2. If you got any more questions regard to this, please leave a comment down below there so I could make another video to give you tips to win K-pop auditions. Is it correct? Thank you for watching this episode. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video. No, I'm not gonna do it. Stay tuned.